Hello and welcome to Crawford Stadium for tonight's conference game between the Penridge Rams and the North Penn Knights. Penridge comes into this game at 2-2. The Knights come into this game at 4-0, so the Knights are off to a great start to this season, coming off a win against CB West. You see, it's a full crowd here at Crawford Stadium, and it is homecoming here. So with the Knights coming off a 48-20 win over CB West, they look to take on Penridge, who's coming off a 38-10 win over Souderton, who North Penn plays on October 14th after playing two straight away games. So it'll be the only home game in October be against Souderton. As you see now at center field, we have Vasker, Hubler, and Drop. And here's some highlights from last week. That's Ricky Johns. And then here's Minari for CB West, scoring drive. He had 2 that game. And here's Udinsky over to Dylan as he scores. Now here's Xavier Gorski's run. Dodges a couple tackles there, able to escape. And the defense for CB West to get a touchdown. And here's a play by Henley, a great effort here. Unfortunately, he does get tackled, but nonetheless, a great effort there given by Justice Henley, as he has shown throughout all season. And then here is the amazing run by number 25, David Riccardi, a 77-yard touchdown. Strikes back right after Minari scores. And here's a play by O'Hanlon for CB West. Unfortunately, he does fall short of the end zone, but a great pickup there. Really ignited CB West last week after that play. And here's Minari running up the middle, finding room to run, and he gets his second touchdown of the game. So North Penn, as I said, did take last week's game 48-20, 4-0 this season, having a great season so far.
It'll be interesting to see if the Knights can keep their streak of mercy rule in the second half, as we've seen in the past couple games.
Yes, 2 weeks ago, they had a mercy rule in the second quarter against Pennsbury, winning 38-0. And then last week against CB West, the mercy rule went into effect with 7:27 left in the third quarter. So 2 mercy rules in a row as we set this game to kick off. Maurer to kick off for the Penridge Rams. And we're off. A beautiful September night here. Kick is received about the 5-yard line. He has good blocks. He has a hole. He's at the 30, and he pushed out of bounds about the 35-yard line. Number 15, John Haynes. So he had a good game last week. Haynes out to a good start so far. So we'll start in North Penn territory. Ball on the 37. Udinsky out there, hands it off. Nick Dillon tries to run to the outside. Unfortunately, he does get tackled for a loss. Kelly with the tackle.
That would be a loss of 3 yards on the play. Second and 13.
A quick no huddle by the Knights. Confusion on the field. Another quick handoff and stuffed again. And here's the lineups for the Knights offense. You see Udinsky at quarterback, Johns, wide receiver.
That was a gain of 1 yard by Jason Prince.
See the strong offensive line composed of Matt Bevan, Ryan Cody, Joey Cataldi, Chung and Caputo. strong offensive line throughout the season. Unfortunately, they have fallen short on the last 2 plays, and the North Penn will take a timeout, try to correct this early in the drive. And here is the new North Penn Knights mascot, as you see right in front of the student section.
Which is packed.
It's also supporting a Hawaiian theme tonight with their homecoming shirts.
It is a hot one out here, about 79 degrees.
And there's Coach Beck in his 15th season here at North Penn. And with 10:52 left, it'll be a 3rd and 12 ball on the 35-yard line. So an unfamiliar spot for North Penn, as the previous 2 games they did score on their first drive. The Rams are showing strong signs of a defensive line that have stopped the run twice. Now confusion between the refs. Will await. So here's the defense of Pennridge. We have Jervis, Schmidt, Geitz, Anton, Thalbert, and Henry, Robinson, Kelly, Cuthbert, Brown, and Devine. Anthony Kelly already has 1 tackle on the night.
This is probably one of the best defenses that the Knights have faced this season.
Yeah, last week was a big test against CB West, but they were able to handle it and come out with the victory. So it'll be interesting here, as once again they are faced with another tough team. Now the refs talking it over with the coaches of Penridge. And we will resume play here. Correction, there's more confusion between the refs. We'll wait, see if there is a flag thrown. So a slow start here at Crawford Stadium. Not the usual, as North Penn is usually out and starting with a fast-paced offense. Quickly going down the field, and we are, as I said, 3rd and 12, ball on the 35-yard line. And now we will look to resume play. A man in motion as Justice Henley. A quick screen pass to Henry. He's going to be tackled right about the first down marker. We'll see if they give him the first down. I believe he's short.
That was a gain of 11 yards for Henley. Just 1 yard to go here for the Knights.
And they will go for it. Another man in motion. Fakes the run, and then the pass is just overthrown, intended for Jason Prince. So that will be a turnover on downs, and Penridge will take possession.
There is 9:59 left in the first quarter. Both teams are tied 0-0.
So the snap now. Fakes the handoff, and the quarterback will keep it. That's Hartshorn. So they'll give him 7 yards on the run by Hartshorn.
It's going to be 2nd and 3. Ball at North Penn's 39.
And both teams going no huddle throughout this early goings of this first quarter as the handoff.
It's going to be a gain of 2 on the play. 3rd and 1.
So Tara Burton with the carry. So as Anissa said, 3rd and 1, a key 3rd down conversion, and they'll do a sweep pass. Vasker has an edge. Unfortunately, he does not, he slips, and he will get the 1st down for Penridge. And this week, as you see, is the Eagles game of the week. We have Swoop in the house. So welcome to Crawford Stadium, Swoop. And the handoff. And Penridge is moving. Drop with the tackle.
That was a gain of 7.
Snap. And the pass is complete to Hartshorn, and he'll take it for a touchdown. So an early strike for Penridge. So the pass was from Austin Herlinger to Jagger Hartshorn, and he'll have his first touchdown of the night. So as you see, the North Penn student section shocked at the conversion of Penridge as the kick is up and good. Is that extra point by Mauer? So 46 yards in 5 plays. Penridge will take a 7-0 lead. And then you see a fake pass as number 16, Jagger Hartshorn, is actually the quarterback. And Herlinger, who threw the pass, is listed as a running back. So it definitely fooled North Penn. Fooled many of us in Crawford Stadium as you saw the shock on the student section.
North Penn is not used to being down in the first quarter, let alone the second quarter.
Yeah, I believe this is the first time North Penn is down in any of their games so far. So unusual spotting for North Penn, but they'll look to regain position here as they start their second drive when Maurer kicks off. It's a chip kick, received about the 20-yard line. I believe that's Nick Dillon with the carry.
The Knights were only able to gain 12 yards the last time they had the ball.
Correction, that's Damon Berry with the kick return. So we'll get about 8 or 9 yards on the return.
1st down and 10. They have the ball at their own 28.
So with 8:01 left in this first quarter, Penridge now leading 7-0. Udinski looks to command the offense as he drops back to pass, and he's going to be sacked. Maybe a loss of 1 or 2 yards. Alex Schmidt with the tackle.
There was no gain on that play, so 2nd and 10.
Good way of Udinski to escape the sack, which when, Robinson was coming off the end. He was going to tackle him for a loss. Udinski got back to the line of scrimmage. So good job by him as he starts on second down here. Drops back to pass once again. The offensive line drops back, and he'll just throw it.
The Rams are doing a really great job of blocking up the field. Udinski is not having an easy time finding his receivers tonight. 3rd down and 10 for the Knights.
And there's the cheerleaders for the Knights. Doing a great job of trying to get the crowd into this game.
Owen Thomas enters the game.
And look for him to get the pass on this 3rd and 10 as Udinski rolls out. Looks for Johns, and that's close to the 1st down.
That's going to be gain of 12 yards.
So Cuthbert with the tackle for Penridge. But nonetheless, North Penn, that's a 1st down. Ball placed at the 40. So the handoff to Dillon. He has a hole. A gain of about 5 or 6 yards.
Second down and 4 for the Knights. Ball at the 46.
So North Penn takes the line. Looking to, they have some momentum now, looking to build off of it. Another handoff to Dillon. And I believe he will get close to a 1st down.
Up is only a gain of 3, so 1 to go.
So the officials fixing the measurement of the ball.
Third and 1.
Udinski has a man in motion. That's Gorski. He hands it off, and they'll have a 1st down there. McDillon with the carry. So North Penn now has 2 consecutive 1st downs, and they are in Penridge territory. There's Anthony Kelly with the last tackle. Fakes the handoff. Udinski looking to pass. Has John down the field, and he just overthrows him.
3rd and 10. Ball at the 48.
So that's Udinski's 3rd incomplete pass of this opening quarter. And there's the color guard for North Penn with the marching band behind, who will also do a great job week in and week out, getting the crowd pumped.
2nd and 10, ball at the 48.
The Rams have some confusion on their defensive line, showing a sign of blitz. The low snap, Udinski recovers well and just has to throw it out of bounds. That's his back-to-back incomplete passes for Udinski. Unfortunately, the snap was a low one. So 3rd down and 10. The last time the Knights had a 3rd down, they did not convert, and then they went to 4th down and they did not convert then. So they'll look to change this way on their from their previous drive. Udinski rolling out to his left. Looking for an open receiver. And a pass, I believe, is incomplete. No, they're going to say he was out of bounds when he caught it. So 3 incomplete passes on this drive will stall them. So 4th and 10, we'll see if they punt or not. It looks like John's feet might have been in. There is a flag on the play, so we'll see the call.
Holding, offense. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Penalty is holding against the Knights. Penalty is declined.
So after the penalty, Penridge declines it, and Dan Drop will punt it away.
17, Dan Drop enters to punt for the Knights.
Cuthbert back for Penridge. And the punt is a great punt. He'll receive it about the 10-yard line. A good jump by the Knights special teams. And he's trapped. And there is a flag thrown on the play. So great jump by the special teams. Jason Prince, one of the men that were up there with the tackle. And here's the call by the ref.
Block in the back. Receiving team. 10-yard penalty. It's going to be a 1st down.
So a block in the back by Penridge. It will be a 10-yard penalty, so they'll be deep within their own territory. So with 4:15 left, it'll be a 1st and 10. Ball will be on the 6-yard line. So it'll be very key if the defense of North Penn can come up big here. It's a snap, quick handoff. And he's stuffed in the middle of the field. And there's the cheerleaders once again, still trying to get the crowd involved.
It's going to be a gain of 3 on the play. 2nd and 7.
Hartshorn hands it off again. .25 with the run, Austin Herlinger.
It's going to be a gain of 4 on the play for the Rams.
4 yards on the play. 3rd down and 3 for Penridge from the 13.
3rd and 3 at the 13 for the Rams.
And he fumbles the snap. Hartshorn fumbles the snap, recovers nicely, but still gets stopped. And then a fumble. And North Penn is showing that they have it, and it will be North Penn ball. So a huge play there. What a play by number 21 for North Penn, Darzbowski. So just a bad series of possessions from Penridge in that one play, and it'll be North Penn ball. And here's the replay. You see Hartshorn fumbled the snap, tries to escape, and it looks like number 9 for North Penn, Andrew Roth, will force the fumble. And then Bowski will recover.
The Knights have the ball at the 13.
The snap, fakes the handoff. Udinski is rolling out to his left, and he'll just run out of bounds.
A gain of 2 for Udinski. 2nd and 8, ball at the 11.
So this is the first time the Knights are in the red zone tonight. They look to cash in. The ball is only on the 11-yard line. Udinski hands it off. He pushed his way. I believe he got a first down. That's Nick Dillon.
That was a gain of 8 yards for Dillon. First and goal for the Knights.
Ball will be on the 3-yard line with 2:47 left in this opening quarter. 3 yards to go. We are deep in the red zone, and the Knights really need to cash in here to even out the game. Udinski hands it off and immediately tackled. That's number 75, Jackson Henry.
Second down and goal for the Knights. The ball is at the 3-yard line. If the Knights can make this work, that would be a great comeback from the beginning of this quarter.
And North Penn changing the play. Udinski. And there's a flag thrown, so they were bunched up. I believe it was a shotgun formation, and then they went out to 3 wideouts, and here's the call.
Dead ball, delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty.
So
definitely not what the Knights wanted to see when they were at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, so that 5-yard penalty was push them back to the 8-yard line.
Second and goal from the 8 for the Knights.
So the ref's discussing something here. There's coaching staff of the Knights trying to recover from the recent delay of game. That is a tough penalty to take, especially when you're on the 3-yard line.
There is 1:45 left in the first quarter.
So we had a confusion was to correct the time on the clock, so I believe it put 6 seconds back on the clock. 8 yards to go. 4 wide receivers lined out. A man in motion. Fakes the handoff. Udinski will keep it himself. A good block. And he's going to be stopped.
I'm not sure if that was enough for a first down. That was a gain of 4 on the play for Udinski.
And on that play, Ricky Johns had a great block for Udinski to pick up some extra yardage. As they line up here on the 4-yard line. Looking to pass, has heavy pressure, and the pass is swatted down by number 66 for the Rams, Daddio.
4th and 4 for the Knights.
So not what North Penn really wanted here, as they were in great field position.
Yeah, to be 3 yards away and then have a penalty. Definitely not what they were hoping for.
But they still do have an opportunity to get on the board as Kelly McNamara enters the game to kick the kick the field goal. Of course, AJ Catanzaro snapping and Thomas snapping, AJ holding. The kick is up. And it's good. So North Penn will still get on the board. There's a student section approving of McNamara's field goal. She has been solid throughout the season.
Yep, that kick was definitely in her range. She cleared it with no problem.
So after the fumble by Penridge, recovered by Bowski, North Penn will still get a field goal and narrow their Penridge's lead to 4 as it is 7-3 with 52 seconds left on the clock. And there is the band, as you saw. And there's McNamara ready to kick it off. So as I said, McNamara, who has been solid throughout the whole season, looks to kick it off. And the kick is a good kick. They'll receive it about the 5-yard line and move up with it. He has a hole, and he'll get to about the 20-yard line. Number 35, Pinkney with the return. John Haynes with the tackle. And Pennridge will look to move up after the 16-yard return.
First and 10, ball at the 16.
So there's a new quarterback, Zach Cantor. Excuse me, he's in the pass. And he's gonna be stopped for a loss of yards. So Pickney with the reception from Hartshorn.
That was a loss of 4 on the play. Second and 14, ball at the 12.
So Hartshorn now keeps it himself. He's tackled once again. Owen Thomas with the tackle. So another great play by the North Penn defense to stop.
Looks like a gain of 2 on the play for the Rams.
So at the end of the first quarter, North Penn is trailing 7-3. But on the good news for North Penn is they have Penridge pinned on the 12-yard line with a 3rd and 14 coming up. And there's the North Penn cheerleaders. And there is the defense of the Knights. Has played very well so far, only had given up 1 touchdown. But as of late, they've been correcting what they've missed on Penridge's first possession, and they've recovered well. As we switch sides of the fields, Penridge will still have a 3rd down and 12. Be a huge stop here for the Knights as Hartshorn takes the snap. And a heavy blitz by North Penn. He's able to escape the pocket. Does not get very far. So North Penn with a tremendous blitz there. Vasker with the tackle.
It's going to be a gain of 3 on the play.
So there you saw Vasker.
4th and 9 for Penridge.
So Matt Bauer takes the snap and punts it away. As a deep punt will be received by Jake Hubler. And he's going to be tackled about the 45-yard line. He was wrapped up at the ankles by number 36, Kyle Shetter.
The Knights take their 1st and 10 at the 45. 11 minutes and 15 seconds into the 2nd quarter.
And Anthony Andrews has entered the game at running back.
He had a great game last week, a 50-yard touchdown.
He also had 66 rushing yards along with the touchdown. Udinsky fakes the handoff, drops back to pass, feeling the pressure, escapes the pocket as he has done a lot tonight, and he'll just have to run it out of bounds. Nick Dillon set a good block for him.
He went back pretty far and was still able to gain 2 yards on that play.
And we've seen that a lot from Reese Udinsky this season, as he's able to escape the pocket and then run out. Whether he runs into a defender or just runs out of bounds, he's able to recover by the blitz on the defensive side of the field. And we've seen that throughout the season as he's ready to take the snap. And he'll fake the handoff, passes out to Johns. Johns will try to shed a tackle, and he gained an extra couple of yards just across midfield as he's able to leap his way across midfield.
There was a gain of 4 yards on that play, thanks to Johns and Udinsky. 3rd and 4.
So a very manageable 3rd and 4 for the Knights here. A man in motion, that's Justice Henley. Udinsky, heavy pressure, able to escape the pocket once again. Rolls out, has a man downfield, that's Ricky Johns, and he connects with him with a sliding catch by Johns. Caught about the 15. So Ricky Johns with the...
That was a gain of 34 yards.
So as we were just talking about, Reese Udinsky is very capable of running out of bounds, out of the pocket, and then able to connect with his receiver. That time it was Johns as he had a sliding catch.
1st and 10 for the Knights at the 15.
And Catanzaro and Hubler now in as wide receivers as Udinsky hands it off to Dillon.
That was Dillon with a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 for the Knights. Ball at the 20. Excuse me, the ball's at the 10.
So after the huge play by Johns and Dillon, the Knights are still in the red zone. Hands off to Dillon, and he's going to score. So Nick Dillon scores there. 10-yard run. Puts North Penn currently at a 9-7 lead. We'll wait to see if McNamara can kick the extra point. So McNamara out to kick the extra point. Thomas snapping and AJ Catanzaro holding. McNamara is coming off a field goal. So that made it 7-3. And the snap's good snap. McNamara's kick it up, and it's good. So this will improve their lead to 10-7.
It was a great idea for the Knights to opt for the field goal in the last quarter. Now they're up 10-7.
So they go 55 yards in 5 plays to give them a 10-7 lead. There you see Coach Beck talking with Udinsky and Henley. As Udinsky has been solid all season. And there you see how strong he can be in the red zone. And there's the student section.
The Hawaiian theme tonight.
And McNamara's back out there to kick it off with 9:05 left in this second quarter. Jeez. And the kick is another boomer kick. The last one was a good kick. Both received at the 5-yard line. He stumbles, and he's gonna pay for that as North Penn tackles him within his own 20-yard line. So that was Sean Hackley with the return. Unfortunately, he stumbles, and that's a costly mistake for Penridge.
8 minutes and 59 seconds left in the second quarter. The Rams take their 1st and 10 at their 15.
So Hartshorn back in there at quarterback for the Rams, and here's a whistle. And there's a flag on the play. We'll await the call. And they're gonna wave the flag away. So some early confusion by the refs, but we'll get it settled. And it will still be 1st and 10, ball on the 15-yard line. It's Hartshorn hands it off. And he's able to get up the middle. It's number 40, Nick Taburton. Dan Drop with the tackle.
That was a gain of 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 at the 20.
The snap and another quick handoff. And another run up the middle. Taburton with the carry once again.
A gain of 4 on the play. 3rd and 1 for the Rams.
Ball on the 29-yard line. The snap and another handoff to Taburton. I believe he has it, but there's a flag on the play. So we'll await the call.
Face mask, defense, 5-yard penalty.
So face mask on the defense. So that turned a 3-yard run into an 8-yard gain after the penalty.
And 1st down for Penridge. Ball at the 32.
The snap, and he rolls out to his right, Hartshorn that is, and he gets to about the 40-yard line. Tackled by Jake Hubler.
And that was a gain of 9 yards. 2nd and 1, ball at the 41.
Hartshorn hands it off. They have the 1st down and a bit more. Once again, that's Taburton with the carry.
That was a gain of 6 yards on the play. 1st and 10 at the 47.
And Penridge is doing a no-huddle offense, trying to catch Knights off guard as Hartshorn rolls out, has his man quickly tackled by Andrew Roth. So the pass
that was
complete.
a gain of 2 on the play.
And that was a pass to Hurlinger.
Rather 3 on that play.
So ball at midfield, hands it off to Taburton. He gains a few yards there. And at 6'3", Nick Taburton is hard to bring down. He's carried the Rams on this drive so far.
It's going to be a gain of 2 on the play. 3rd and 5 for the Rams, ball at the 48.
Hartshorn will carry it himself, and he's going to be tackled by Justice Henley, rather forced out of bounds. So that'll bring up 4th down as he did not convert. And they're going to bring out
no gain on that play.
Bring out Matt Maurer after not gaining the 5 yards that they needed.
The Rams have not converted any of their 4th downs tonight.
Maurer kicks it away with a short punt. Drops about the 28-yard line, picked up by Henley, and then he's immediately tackled.
It's going to put the ball right above the 20.
So I think that was a great play by Henley to pick up the ball, because if not, it probably would have rolled deeper into the Knights' territory.
5 minutes and 28 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. 1st and 10 for the Knights at their 23. The Knights are up 10-7 against the Penridge Rams.
And here's a timeout by Penridge. So both teams now down to 2 timeouts. As Anissa said, we are currently sitting at 10-7, courtesy of a touchdown by Hurlinger and Hartshorn. The pass from Hurlinger to Hartshorn early in this 4th quarter, and then North Penn comes back with a Kelly McNamara field goal and then a Nick Dillon run, which puts us here with 5:28 left. So there you see some of the fans here at Crawford Stadium, and it is a packed crowd here for homecoming. And as it is the alumni game, so there's a lot of North Penn alums here supporting their alma mater. And there's the North Penn huddle led by Reese Udinsky after the punt by Penridge.
1st and 10, ball at the 23.
North Penn scored on their last drive as Udinsky hands it off. Nick Dillon with the carry. Ducks back, and he has a hole, and he's going to get the 1st down. So what a play by Nick Dillon, able to juke a man out. That will be a 1st down.
Gain of 13 on the play for Dillon.
And there you see an excited fan with the 1st down by the Knights.
The fans are looking great tonight.
North Penn takes the line of scrimmage, looking to move forward with some momentum here as Udinsky fakes the handoff. Has a man downfield, and he's going to connect. And that's at the 20, at the 10. And he's going to be tackled around the 5-yard line. That's Jake Hubler. What a great grab by Hubler and Udinsky. And there you see more enthusiasm by the North Penn crowd as they are moving right now.
That was a gain of 59 yards.
So ball goes all the way down to the 5-yard line. Jake Hubler has had a consistent season, and he makes big plays when North Penn needs him to. He's able to escape the defense, has a strong showing so far for the Rams, as Udinsky hands it off to Nick Dillon. He cuts out to the side, and he's going to be tackled. I believe that's a no gain. So here's Chris Jeffries, reigning homecoming king, as we have 4 minutes until this year's homecoming king and queen will be announced. Good to see Chris Jeffries back in Crawford Stadium as he was on the football team last year and reigning homecoming king. Udinski rolling out to his left, feeling the pressure, passes to Ricky Johns as it goes off his finger and then almost caught. Almost caught by number 19, Jake Hubler. So as I said, Hubler usually comes up with a big play and it had to go off his fingertips.
3rd and goal for the Knights. The ball is at the 5-yard line.
So Nick Dillon is entering the game right now. Scored the only touchdown so far for the Knights. Looks to score here. As Udinski rolling out again. Passes, has a man wide open. That's Owen Thomas, and he'll score. So Owen Thomas with the touchdown. And that will give North Penn a 16-7 lead right now, courtesy of a Udinski to Thomas connection.
Thomas is wide open in the end zone for that pass.
So McNamara out to enter for the extra point. Thomas coming off the touchdown will snap, and Catanzaro holding, of course, as they've had good chemistry throughout the season. And McNamara's had a strong showing as well. And the snap, McNamara kicks it, and it's good. So Knights go 5 plays with 77 yards gained to score a touchdown.
3 minutes and 29 seconds left in the second quarter. The Knights, as Jake just said, are leading 17-7 against the Penridge Rams.
So now the Knights special teams led by Kelly McNamara will go out and kick off at the 40-yard line. So 3:29 left in this half. There's some cheerleaders from North Penn. And the kick by McNamara will land about the 20 and then will roll right about to the end zone. And they're not going to touch it. So Penridge never touched it, went into the end zone. And I believe that should have been called a touchdown since Penridge never did touch it. But since in high school rules it is a touchback, it would not be considered a touchdown for North Penn. So the North Penn fans not very happy with the call, but it is high school rules. So nonetheless, Penridge will start with possession at the 20-yard line with a 1st and 10. And Harshorn hurdles a man and then gets about 8 yards. It's Harshorn there. A very athletic quarterback for Penridge.
Yep, that was a gain of 8 on the play. 2nd and 2 at the 28.
And they have 3 minutes to operate here to get about 70 yards. as they have a man in motion. Hartshorn snaps. A heavy blitz by the Knights, and he's going to be tackled. I believe he will lose yardage. Prince with the tackle there.
There's a gain of 1 on the play, so that makes it 3rd and 1 at the 29.
And Penridge quickly up to the line of scrimmage as Hartshorn snaps, keeps it himself. And he's going to be stopped, so a huge play on 3rd down for the Knights defense. And there's Ben Hartred, one of the homecoming candidates. There's Francis Burke as they are entering the track. So we're getting the clock fixed here, as there was a no gain on the play, previous play. We'll bring up a 4th and 1. Ball still on the 29-yard line. Penridge discussing their game plan for this 4th down.
This would be the Rams' first 4th down conversion of the night, as they haven't been able to do that.
So it'd be a very big play here if they could convert. They still have 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Hartshorn takes a snap, hands it off, and he's stopped. What a great play by the Knights defense. And that, I believe that was number 40, Nick Burton, tackled by number 9, Andrew Roth.
With only 1 yard to go, they were not able to convert. That really tells you about the Knights defense and how aggressive they are. 1st and 10 at the Rams 29.
So a crucial play, very risky play for Penridge, and it does not pay off, and it does put the Knights in great field position. And they do have plenty of time, 2 minutes and 8 seconds. So they should be able to, barring any turnovers, they should be able to come away with at least a field goal, as it would be a 47-yard field goal. So it should be close to McNamara's range as Udinsky fakes the handoff, rolls out to his left, throws. He has Nick Vasker, the tight end for North Penn, and he's going to get a 1st down.
That was a gain of 19 to Vasker.
That puts the ball on Penridge's 10-yard line. So what a change of how this game has changed since the opening possession. North Penn stalled, and then Penridge came back with the touchdown. Nonetheless, North Penn still leads 17-7 as Udinsky hands it off to Dillon, running to the outside, breaks a tackle, get about 5 or 6 yards on the play.
And a gain of 5 on that play from Dillon.
So that puts the ball on the 5-yard line. And we saw on an earlier possession, North Penn had it on the 3 and took a penalty. So not something that North Penn wants to do right now. And there will be a timeout called by North Penn with 59 seconds left in this half. So North Penn, I believe that's their final timeout of this half. They have 59 seconds to work with, 4 yards to go for a 1st down. And then with the ball being on the 5, they would have a fresh set of downs to go 1 yard if they would to need it. There you see Penridge discussing some defensive strategy. to hold North Penn. And there's Coach Beck, who always seems to find a good play at the right time to call. Some examples would be the Hubler reception and the Vasker reception. A lot of credit goes not only to Coach Beck, but the offensive coordinators for the Knights and Reese Judinsky himself, who is always able to find an open man as he snaps it, rolls out, passes to Thomas, and he's going to be close to the end zone. And they're going to give him a touchdown. So that will be another touchdown for Owen Thomas. It's his second of the night, and there you see the crowd's approval between him and Udinsky. And this will bring out Kelly McNamara to kick it. Catanzaro to hold it. And Owen Thomas, coming off his second touchdown, will snap it. So Thomas, a very versatile player for the Knights. A low snap, recovered well by Catanzaro, and then McNamara kicks it. Good for the extra point. So the Knights go 29 yards in 3 plays and 1 minute and 29 seconds to give them a 24-7 lead.
The Knights scored all 3 of those touchdowns in the second quarter, definitely making a comeback from the first when they were down 7-0. The Knights now lead 24-7, 52 seconds left in the second quarter.
Yeah, and as Anissa said, they scored. Most of their scoring plays have occurred in the second quarter. So what a turn of events for the Knights as they've held Pennridge to no offensive movements, and they've recovered well and given themselves 3 touchdowns. As McNamara gets ready to kick it off with only 52 seconds left in this second quarter. And the kick is another good kick. Received about the 2-yard line, then he slips, able to recover, and he has a hole. He's going to be tackled right about the 25-yard line by Julian White. Returned by Josh Pinkey. Looks like everyone's all right. Pinkley was at the bottom of that pile. He's able to get up all right, so it's a good sign to see that as he was a little slow, helped up by the refs and North Penn. So North Penn will look to come up big with a stoppage with 25, ball into 25 with 42 seconds left as Hartshorn takes a snap, looking for his receiver, has pressure, able to run with it, sheds 1 tackle and then finds his man. We'll see if they call it inbounds or not. And it will be caught. Caught by number 6, Joe Devine.
That was a gain of 16 yards. 1st and 10 from the 41.
So Hartshorn now takes the snap, and there's a flag on the play.
Dead ball. Ball start. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That 5-yard penalty makes it 1st and 15 for the Rams with only 20 seconds left in the second quarter.
So now Hartshorn passes out, and the pass was to Cuthbert, but he drops it.
11 seconds left in the second quarter. 2nd and 15, ball at the 36.
So Hartshorn rolls out to his left, has his man, and he's immediately tackled. The pass was to Hurlinger, Ricky Johns, Owen Thomas, and John Haynes were in the tackling vicinity. And that will do it for this second quarter. So after the complete pass to Hurlinger, it's not enough to get them into the red zone to even get a field goal. And there you see Damon Berry for North Penn. And the rest of the North Penn team, who's had a great first half, recovered very well after Penridge scored. Jagger Hartshorn scored from a pass from Austin Hurlinger. And then after that, North Penn has had shutdown defense and an explosive offense as McNamara kicked a field goal, and then followed by a Nick Dillon 10-yard touchdown run. And then 2 touchdowns by Owen Thomas puts us with a 24-7 lead. And on Dillon's 10-yard run, that drive was 5 plays and went 55 yards. And then Owen's first touchdown was 77 yards off 5 plays, and then Thomas's second touchdown was 3 plays and 29 yards. So overall, good job by the Knights offense to recover after Penridge's initial score.
Yep, as Jake said, the Knights haven't been down in the first quarter for the whole season, but they didn't let that last too long.
And they recovered after only a quarter. As you see, the homecoming court is entering along with the marching band. As we get set for homecoming in 2016 school year.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to turn the mic over to Student Government Association Chair of
So we'll throw it to the PA announcers
and Student Government
to
Association
kick off
Chair
homecoming of
Spirit and
2016.
Recognition, Jimmy Dooling.
Good evening, North Penn fans and families. Welcome to North Penn's homecoming ceremony. My name is Emily Chapman.
And my name is Jimmy Dooling. We are your MCs for tonight's homecoming ceremony. This evening, we honor the 14 seniors that have been chosen to represent our school as this year's homecoming court. Please give your attention to the center of the field as we introduce and recognize the 2016 homecoming court.
Your first court member is Mr. Francis Burke, escorted by Grace Shinners. Francis has been playing the violin and singing in various choirs for 13 years. He has performed with the Philadelphia at the Mann Center. He sings with his church choir, the North Penn Chorus, Men's Choir, and Chamber Singers, and has attended the district and regional chorus conferences. Francis has been performing for theater and film since the 4th grade. Most notably, he was an extra in the Silver Linings Playbook in the 7th grade. And last year, he was the male lead in Once Upon an Actress. In his spare time, he loves watching funny YouTube videos, playing Legend of Zelda games, and going on walks. In the future, he wishes to become an astrophysicist and continue performing on this side. His favorite quote is, "Sometimes it is the people no one can imagine anything of who do the things no one can imagine." Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Francis Burke.
Our next court member is Ms. Victoria Braunley, escorted by Mr. Damian Darcy. Victoria is very actively involved in many clubs here at North Penn High School. Some of the clubs include Athletes Helping Athletes, Best Buddies, Class Cabinet, Future Business Leaders of America, Future Health Occupations Club, Key Club, Link Crew, and the YEA. Sports are very important to Victoria. She plays varsity soccer and is currently the captain of the lacrosse team. Victoria enjoys meeting new friends and welcoming new players to the sports teams. Victoria's career goals include nursing, specifically in the maternity unit. Victoria sends a huge shout out to all her sports teams, coaches, teachers, her brother and sisters, and especially her mom for always being there and helping her in everything she does. Victoria's favorite quote is, "The best thing you can wear is your smile." Go Knights! Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Victoria Braunley.
Our next court member is Mr. Ben Hartraft, escorted by Maddie Payne. Ben Hartraft is known as the mayor of North Penn High School. He loves saying hello to everyone. He loves going down the hallways and making people's day with a smile. He attends all of the football games and loves starting chants in the student section. He is full of Penridge. He wants to give a shout out to Mr. Bauer and all of his teachers for helping him to become who he is today. In his spare time, he sings in the men's chorus and loves to serve at Manna on Main Street. He works at the Olive Garden and loves to go to Six Flags. He is a roller coaster fanatic. In the future, he wants to work in the amusement park field. His favorite quote is, "If you want to change the world, go home and love your family." Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ben Hartraft.
Our next court member is Miss Sam Karanji, escorted by Matt Hoy. Sam has been playing basketball since she was 4 years old, and she played for both Montgomery basketball and MMR. As a freshman, she was the point guard for the only North Penn girls basketball team to ever win a district championship, and last year, she led the team to the state semifinals. She has been the captain of the team since her sophomore year. In her free time, she likes being with her family and her friends. Next year, she will attend Villanova University on a basketball scholarship, and she is planning on majoring in business. Her favorite quote is, "The best view comes from the hardest climb." Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sam Karanji.
Our next court member is Mr. Maroof Hossein, escorted by Miss Erin Huber. Maroof has been living life to the fullest for the past 18 years. He likes running track and taking pictures while adventuring with his best friends. Maroof is the Vice President of Student Government and has been a part of the Key Club for the past 3 years. His future plans include a career in being a humanitarian for the United Nations and climbing Mount Everest by the time he is 35 years old. His favorite quote is, "The greatest force on earth is the will to live." Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Maroof Hossein.
Our next court member is Miss Kayla Harnett, escorted by Matt Kreis. Kayla has been singing for 8 years and has been a part of the North Penn High School chorus, women's choir, chamber singers, and ambassadors. She is also a secretary for the North Penn High School vocal groups, a career study student with Mr. Clank, an inducted thespian of troop number 5464, and has been a part of 3 North Penn High School theater productions. Her future plans include attending a conservatory of music for classical voice and pursuing a career in opera. Her favorite quote is, "If music be the food of love, play on." Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kayla Harnett.
Our next court member is Mr. Andrew Lombardo, escorted by Devin Stella. Although Andrew's greatest memories have been made on the soccer field, baseball diamond, and basketball court, he has ultimately chosen the game of golf to pour his heart into. For 2 years, Andrew has been the captain of the varsity golf team, and he has verbally committed to play at Colgate University next year. Andrew is also a member of National Honor Society, and his greatest achievement at North Penn thus far is surviving 10th grade swim class. His favorite quote is, "There may be people who have more talent than you, but there's no excuse for anyone to work harder than you do." Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Andrew Lombardo.
Our next court member is Ms. Noelle Harrell, escorted by Henry Strobel. Noelle has been singing in the chorus since 10th grade, as well as the women's choir and chamber singers. Noelle is also the chorus president this year and went to both the district and regional choir festivals. Noelle is also proud to be a part of the Marching Knights theater program and the orchestra here at North Penn, as well as being on the varsity tennis team for 2 years. Her future plans are majoring in music in college, and her favorite quote is, "Don't worry, no one else knows what they're doing either." Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Noelle Harrell.
Our next court member is Mr. Matt Marino, escorted by Montgomery Weitzel. Matt has been on the baseball team for 4 years and won a state championship in 2015. He enjoys playing basketball with his friends and watching football games. He has been in the Future Business Leaders of America for 3 years, and he has also been in the German Club for 2 years. His favorite quote is, "If it's worth doing, it's worth doing well." Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Matt Marino.
Our next court member is Miss Amber Sexton, escorted by Eric Cosby. Amber has been horseback riding for 6 years. She enjoys volunteering with Home at Last Dog Rescue, where she helps abused or neglected dogs find better homes. In the future, she would like to continue volunteering with Home at Last Rescue and become a cardiac nurse. Her favorite quote is, "You were given this life because you are strong enough to live it." Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Amber Sexton.
Our next court member is Mr. Liam Key, escorted by Tyra Gwaltney. Liam enjoys sunsets, candlelit dinners, walks on the beach, and petting puppies. At school, Liam is an active member of the North Penn High School Theater and Thespians troupe. He is also a member of both the men's choir and chamber singers. Not only that, but he is a member of NPTV and can be seen every Friday morning on the Dude Report. You may also remember him as the host of the talent show last year, and you sophomores out there may remember him as a member of the Link Crew. In the future, Liam plans to study film in Los Angeles and make a name for himself in the film industry. Liam would just like to say, it seems like a good idea at the time, but give it a couple of hours and you won't regret it. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Liam McKee.
That's okay. Our next court member is Ms. Michaela Vlasic, escorted by John Lester. Michaela has been running track for 5 years. She's a member of National Honor Society and the Key Club. She enjoys watching The Office and running. She hopes to continue running track in college and plans to major in engineering. Her favorite quote is, "To give anything less than your best is to sacrifice the gift." Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Michaela Vlasic.
Our last male court member is Mr. Jeremy Prince, escorted by Tori Bickle. Jeremy has played football since he was 6 years old and plans to continue to play football for Temple University next fall. He loves watching college and NFL football. His favorite team is the Chicago Bears. He enjoys hanging out and having fun with his friends, slaying on his ukulele, reading his Bible, and working out. Jeremy is currently the president of North Penn Student Government and is a leader of FCA. His future plans include an NFL career, starting his own foundation, impacting the world with Jesus, and raising a huge family. His favorite quote is, "With man, it is impossible, but with God, all things are possible." Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jeremy Prince.
Our final homecoming court member today is Ms. Elizabeth Yee, escorted by Albert Wang. Liz has been on Student Government Association since sophomore year and currently serves as the Spirit and Recognition co-chair. Liz is also an active member of Minithon, NHS, Future Health Occupations Club, and Link Crew. Outside of school, Liz teaches Korean and sings for the praise team at her church. She also works with children with autism and other learning disabilities at a practice in the area. In the future, Liz hopes to attend medical school far away from suburban Pennsylvania and hopes to pursue a career in oncology or behavioral sciences. Her favorite quote is, "It's the choice that you have to wake up every day and say, there's no reason this can't be the best day of my life." Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Elizabeth Yee.
Before we announce our 2016 Homecoming King Queen, we would like to thank Country Bride and Jen for donating the tuxedos the gentlemen are wearing this evening. They can take care of all of your prom, wedding, and formal needs. We would also like to give a special thanks to our Student Government Association co-advisors, Ms. Young and Mr. Berger. At this time, we would like you to welcome back our 2015 Homecoming King, Mr. Chris Jeffries. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our second runner-up for Homecoming King is Mr. Francis Burke.
Our second runner-up for Homecoming Queen is Ms. Michaela Vlasic.
Our first runner-up for Homecoming King is Mr. Jeremy Prince.
Where's the page after that? Our first runner-up for Homecoming Queen is Miss Amber Sexton.
And now, the Homecoming King of 2016 is Mr. Ben Hartraft.
And our 2016 Homecoming Queen is Ms. Victoria Braunley. Yeah, let them finish all their stuff and then take a picture.
We would once again like to congratulate Mr. Ben Hartraft and Miss Victoria Bromley and all the members of Homecoming Court.
We hope to see all the students at the homecoming dance in the gym following the game. Tickets are $5 and can be purchased at the doors. Thank you and good luck, Knights, in the second half.
So congratulations to Mr. Ben Hartraft and Victoria Bromley, who were your 2016 Homecoming King and Queen, respectively. With Amber Sexton and Jeremy Prince coming up as first runners-up, and Michaela Vlasic and Francis Burke as second runners-up. So that will do it for this 2016 Homecoming. We'll send it to a quick break, and we'll be back with some second half action.
Bring this week.
I think someone at my friend's school has this thing called autism. My friend's brother's son has autism. My neighbor's son has autism. My son has autism.
Autism is getting closer to home. Today, 1 in 88 children is diagnosed with autism. That's a 1,000% increase in the last 40 years. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
A full life, measured in seats, starts with the right ones early on. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Learn how to prevent deaths and injuries by using the right car seat for your child's age and size.
Can you consent with me? Imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite. Unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. One book can be the first little thing that helps to change a life. Book people unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Hello and welcome back to Crawford Stadium, where the North Penn Knights currently leading the Penridge Rams 24-7. And it is no longer just nighttime, it is also now Ben time. Yes, that is Ben Hartraft, who is officially the 2016 Homecoming King, and Victoria Bromley is officially the Homecoming Queen of 2016. There you see Ben. There's a lot of Pennergy in the stadium when he was announced king, as he is pronounced the mayor of North Penn. And here's some first half highlights. You see the connection for Penridge. This number, that's Hurlinger to Hartshorn. And then you see the field goal, 27-yard field goal by Kelly McNamara, which was good. And then we go to a 10-yard touchdown run for Nick Dillon. Put it at a 10-7 lead. And then here's Owen Thomas's first touchdown, which gave the Knights a 17-7 lead, followed by another Owen Thomas touchdown, which put it to a 24-7 lead. for North Penn. So now, there you see Ben once again, ecstatic that he was pronounced homecoming king, as he is such a value to North Penn every day, as Kelly McNamara gets set to kick it off. And the kick will go right through the end zone. So it will be a touchback.
First and 10 for Penridge. They're picking the ball up at their 20.
So that's McNamara's second touchback of the game.
The Knights lead the Rams 24-7.
So Hartshorn now is going to hand it off. That's Hurlinger with the carry.
For a gain of 7 on the play, 2nd and 3rd.
So Ricky Johns with the tackle there. Gives them a 2nd down and 3 with Hartshorn handing it off again to Hurlinger. And this time he's tackled for a loss. That's number 32, Nick Vasker.
It's going to be a loss of 2 on that play. In the first half, the Rams were only able to convert on 22% of their 3rd down attempts.
So with 3rd and 5 here, Hartshorn hands it off once again. He has a hole, but Ricky Johns is there to stop him, and he's forced him back 10 yards. But since forward progress was put to a halt, they'll mark it down. So you see there, Pickney with the carry, and Johns was able to hold him off. So a 4th and 4 ball on the 26, so a 1-yard gain. And Matthew Maurer will punt it away. And Justice Henley will receive it about the 37-yard line, rolls out, and he'll be tackled about the 45. So a quick 3 and out for Pennridge will give the Knights pretty good field possession with the ball at the 45-yard line. And that's a big statement for the Knights, who let Pennridge score on their first possession of the first half, but they did not let that happen in the second half. So what a statement by North Penn, as Udinsky looks to start this drive as he hands it off to Dylan. He has a hole. He's at the 50-yard line. There will be a flag.
Great blocking there by Andrews for Nick Dillon.
Yeah, North Penn has had a lot of good blocking
You got it.
tonight.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty, still 1st down.
Against the Knights.
That is their 2nd penalty for holding of the night. 1st and 19, ball at the 36.
So a big penalty there that cost the Knights 10 yards as Udinsky drops back. Deep pass to Jake Hubler, and his 2nd good reception of the night. He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown, Jake Hubler. What a great play by Udinsky and Hubler. And what a statement. They get a 10-yard penalty, and then they come back with a touchdown pass. So Jake Hubler, as I said in the first half, always comes through with those big plays, and there's another big play. So McNamara out to kick the extra point. Catanzaro holding again. Thomas snapping. McNamara's 3 for 3 so far tonight. The snap is a good snap, the kick, and it's good. The North Penn will lead this one 31-7, and as you see, Udinsky drops back. Plenty of time, and great reception by Jake Hubler. So that will be a 64-yard touchdown by Hubler.
He had a 59-yard pass earlier today.
So 2 plays will take the Knights 64 yards for a Jake Hubler touchdown. And of course, that was after the penalty, the holding penalty. So good way for the Knights to make a statement occurring immediately after that penalty. So McNamara will enter the game to now kick off. And she's already had 2 touchbacks thus far as she kicks it away. Drops about the 5-yard line, received about the 2. And he's gonna be tackled about the 15-yard line. Damon Berry in the area of the tackle once again, along with Xavier Gorski.
9 minutes and 41 seconds into the third quarter. Penridge takes their 1st and 10 at their own 15.
So Hartshorn and the rest of the Rams offense looks to recover here as Hartshorn will keep it. Has his man downfield and it goes through the intended receiver. That's Cuthbert. Goes right through his hands. So it'll still be 2nd and 10. Ball at the 15-yard line. And Hartshorn hands it off to Turberth. There's a flag on the play, and he's running over defenders of the Knights. So Tarburton with the carry there. But as I said, there was a flag at the line of scrimmage.
Holding, offense, 10-yard penalty.
The 3rd holding call for the Knights.
It will actually be on Pennridge, and it will nullify that big gain by Nick Tarburton. So that is a
2nd and 20.
and a
Ball at the 5.
Costly mistake by the Rams as they hand it off once again, and he's stuffed. Nowhere to run. So it'll be 3rd and 20. Ball still at the 5.
As I said earlier, the Rams have a 22% conversion on the 3rd down percentage.
And their previous possession was a 3 and out of this half. And they are facing a 3rd and 20. So it could be another 3 and out when they are deep in their own territory if the Knights can come up big here. The snap, a quick handoff. He runs right up the middle. Tarburton, once again, doesn't have as much success as the play when there was a flag. He will get a couple yards, give his punter some extra room, but there is an injured Knight on the field. believe that's Zamir Scott. He's being helped. He's sitting up right now. Correction, that's actually Joey Slover, number 44. And as you can see, he's in a lot of pain. And he's going to be helped off the field. Favoring the right leg. So such a key player as an unfortunate play for Slover. And there you see he's still being helped to the bench as Matthew Maurer will enter to punt it away. And the punt received by Henley at the 45. Breaks a tackle. And he's going to run to about the 27-yard line.
Eight minutes and 7 seconds into the third quarter. The Knights will take their 1st and 10 at the 25.